Hi again, everybody, and greetings from Sacramento, California at 4:27 today, our time, 7:27 back in Cincinnati. The Bearcats take on Kansas State in the first round of the NCAA Tournament. I'm Dan Hoard alongside former Bearcat Terry Nelson. Terry, the most successful stretch of NCAA Tournament play in Bearcat history was late 50s, early 60s when they went to the Final Four 5 straight times and won 2 national championships. But the second best stretch was when you were a Bearcat. A Final Four your first year, an Elite Eight your second year. Here we are as we record this about 6.5 hours from tip-off. Put yourself in the players' shoes. What's going through their minds right now?
Well, you're taking snaps and pictures and everything, trying to chronicle this journey because 5-10 years from now, when you look back, a lot of times you really don't appreciate it right now. You're just in the middle of it, sort of like being in the eye of a hurricane. But what you want to do is you want to take all the memories that you can. You're a little anxious because you've been leading up to it. A week's been going by. You've seen the selection, so you saw games on the television. You saw thrillers and comebacks. Now you have all these shoot-arounds, and you're like, when can we just actually get to the game so we can prove to the people that we are serious? So that's the emotions that's going through their mind.
Let's talk about Kansas State. This is a team that started the year 15-4. It was very exciting. Then they lost 8 out of 10, and the last of those 8 losses was by 30 points to the last place team in the Big 12, Oklahoma. Looked like they were going to miss the tournament. Looked like their coach might be fired at the end of the year. Then they got hot at the end of the season, and the Bearcats are taking on a team today that's playing extremely well.
It's important to get hot against the right teams. They beat some pretty good teams. They beat West Virginia in one of those games, but this team does a lot of things well. They shoot the ball extremely well from the three-point line. They're about 46% field goal percentage. They rebounded at a good rate. They're not necessarily a great rebounding team, but what they do is they pack it down. They will double down hard. They scramble. They load the box defensively to make sure that you don't do anything, no driving to the lane. They will, if you swing the ball, you will get every shot that you want because they overhelp. They overemphasize in their help defense. So one of the strengths of Cincinnati that we talked about and complained about, like, when they swing it from left to right, Cincinnati, sometimes the players who get the ball when the ball is swung, they're not aggressive. Well, they'll have every opportunity to be aggressive because when that ball goes from left to right, Jacob Evans, Kevin Johnson will get every shot that they want.
Number 4 for Kansas State is DJ Johnson. He's 6'9", about 235 pounds. The Bearcat coaches have used words like animal to describe this guy. Kyle Washington's going to have to try to defend him without getting into foul trouble, which obviously hurt in the American Conference Tournament.
Here's the plus and minus of that. Yes, he is an animal. Yes, he is. He does everything dirty for this team. He's the sort of the Debo when he comes to Friday. He's the muscle guy. But he has 6 DQs. He disqualified 6 times. He only had 4 games this year where he had less than 3 fouls. So he's averaging 3.5 fouls per game. He does everything, but he is foul prone as well. So if Kyle and DJ cancel each other out, I like our chances because I think we're deeper when it comes to a playmaking ability from our guys.
Kansas State beat Wake Forest in Dayton on Tuesday. In that game, their point guard, Kamau Stokes, made 5 3-point shots. He and Troy Copain have a history. They were teammates ages 7 to 10 in AAU ball near Baltimore. That's going to be another key for Cincinnati, handling Kamau Stokes.
Yeah, and I think Troy's still mad because he got too many Jolly Ranchers in the lunch pail. So you're going to find this rivalry that's going on there. And Troy, unlike other guys who have friends that are AAU players, Troy likes to talk a little trash. So when he gets out there and it starts getting physical, when they're playing 1 against 2, Troy lets him know, yes, it was 7 to 10, but I was the lead in that 7 to 10 age range. I was the leader then, I'm the leader now, and I'm going to lead my team to the next round.
Troy was actually the center back then. He was tall for 7 to 10. Final thing, the vibe here in California. You've been around the team for several days. We traveled out here Tuesday. What's your impression of how the Bearcats have taken care of business to this point?
What I love about it is because we're a little bit away from everything. So it's not been a lot of distractions. They've had a lot of time to get away and have some fun doing Top Golf. They have their rooms where they're having film sessions and just relaxing. So guys have been taking it easy. Beautiful hotel scenery that we have right now. So I really like the preparation that we've had. They had great practices. Coach Cronin talked about the last 4 practices have probably been the best 4 he's had all year long. That's not just coach speak. We got a chance to see it, and they've been going at it. So we're really excited about both the commentators and the analysts, staff, fans, and players. We're ready for the game.
Very peaceful and tranquil where we're standing. It's like a little Zen garden here. That will not be the case later today. It's going to be a battle. Cincinnati versus Kansas State in the NCAA Tournament. For complete post-game coverage, be sure to check out GoBearcats.com.